We're lovingly going to call this stream, this video, the next time you get high, make a smoothie. Um, and there is a sort of this great divide between, very strict psychedelic therapy done with a therapist or a guide, a strict ceremony done with a shaman or, ceremony facilitator. And then there's like this idea of recreation that is sort of oftentimes we think of festivals or Burning Man or things like that, and it can be very rough and tumble. I want to suggest, I don't really want to suggest, um, if you're using psychedelics, maybe consider having a very casual home ceremony, right? Like a self-led, a peer-led, a community-led ceremony with you and your friends that is just what you think is special, and having a wholesome time and a meditative time. And nothing says wholesome like a homemade smoothie with fresh almond milk. I've been making a lot of smoothies lately, and one of the things that I want you guys to know is that if you are making smoothies with almond milk, you can't use boxed almond milk. Like, you can use boxed almond milk if you're going to put a little bit in your coffee or something like that, but you can't just drink gallons of processed almond milk. It's not good for you. You think it is, but it's got additives and fillers in it, things like carrageenan. Carrageenan is not good for you. It's not really good in your gut. It's an irritant in your digestive system. It does things, it messes with your insulin levels. Like if you have diabetes or diabetic issues, it messes with your blood sugar. And you're really much better off just making your own almond milk. What is more wholesome than a freshly soaked almond, right? And so these are plump. These are super plump and juicy because I soaked them all night. You would just put right, raw almonds or flash pasteurized. You wouldn't do this with roasted almonds, but like half. You just fill it up half, and then you fill the rest with water, and they expand. And the reason you do that, right, is that it activates the enzymatic properties. And so you've got prebiotic and probiotic benefits. They're also very rich in vitamin E. They're rich in magnesium. They've got a whole hell of a lot of protein in them. And in Ayurvedic language, almonds are said to increase ojas. We talked a little bit about ojas when we talked about ashwagandha. But ojas is a sense of vitality and contentment. So it's the idea of sort of being grounded and comfortable and cozy and like vigorous and having stamina and things of that nature, just strength. I see people come to integration circles sometimes. I work with people and they are trying to figure out what medicine might be best for them. And I look at them and I was like, you need to just build ojas. You need to do stabilizing, strengthening practice. So if you're frail or weak or discontented, um, really nourishing and nurturing yourself with things like almonds or dates. Just think about like really just nutritive, cozy foods that are wholesome. So this jar of almonds is going to go in the blender with a bunch of water. And then it's going to go in this nut milk bag. This is a nut milk bag. And then you just pour it through and the almonds will go in. You can squeeze it all out. And sometimes I do it twice. And so what is like more wholesome and joyful, right? Connecting to your food, right? Then being with your friends, perhaps being a little high, having a ceremony, and then deciding, oh, it's time for smoothies, right? It's like, anybody ever had like a fresh smoothie while on psychedelics? It's not bad. I mean, there are those old stories of kids who, were called to the dinner table when they were on psychedelics and like they couldn't eat anything. It's because it was probably their parents were feeding them the standard American diet. It was like dry chicken and sort of like sad mashed potatoes or something like that. Yeah, it makes sense that you wouldn't want to eat that. like a smoothie with fresh fruits and vegetables and green powders, that you made the base, you made the fresh almonds yourself. Like this is the kind of thing that's going to just create tons of vitality, right? The same kind of resilience that you build in your spirit through taking entheogenic journeys, right? You're going to build in your body with foods like almonds. Um, so that's like 5 minutes on almonds, and why you should make a smoothie the next time you're high. If you want to talk to me in person, right? This is the kind of thing that we can talk about. We can talk about one on one too. I'm happy to discuss healthy psychedelic lifestyles with you anytime you want. All right, many blessings.